Why hello viewers, I think it's time for some more Evolve commentary, don't you? We've not done this for a while, pretty much since it got taken down, I think. So yeah, we're going to do some Evolve commentary again. Obviously there is a bit of a sour mood in the air, but can't be helped, can it? We shall be a default boy actually for this one. We'll just be as regular as we can be. That's all good. Faster leaps are always good. We will change this out just a little bit, just for the sake of this video, because we're going to be doing a bit of talking in this one. Just post shutdown thoughts and things like that, you know. We're not going to go complete into the rigmarole, as we'll call it, of telling you how shit 2K is, but that kind of speaks for itself. But yeah, we're just going to do some Evolve commentary again. You're going to hear a lot of gushing in this video, and it's going to be different if you come from my DVD videos. There's going to be a lot of positivity here, because I've got nothing but positive things to say about this game, quite honestly. It's very well made and very well balanced as well, actually, through its gameplay. If it is your first video, you know, do give it a chance. You know, there's a lot of fun to be had here. There's going to be a lot of fucking eye candy on your screen as well, with the animations and everything, because it's been very well made indeed. You can tell that there was a lot of professional people who worked on this game, because there was people from Hollywood who lended their creative knowledge to the project, so yeah. So as I say, I took a break from doing Evolve commentary just because it did turn into a situation where I was sort of just trying to think of things to say while playing, and you know, I'd rather just enjoy the game properly. But because we haven't fingered it for a while, that was a bit weird. We haven't commentated on it for a while. I can say a few things that I've already said in the past, because there might be a few new faces there, so yeah. So, if you are new to this game, I will explain the basics of how it works. Oh shit, okay, we can't go there now. The similarities will begin with DVD, because obviously, you know, DVD is the only ASIN we've got at the minute, and chances are, with the channel now, with me playing DVD, you probably come from DVD, one or two years. So, the way it's similar to DVD is that obviously there is a power roll, there's 4 hunters. The way it differs is, well, there's multiple ways that it differs, as you've seen on the screen. Monsters start off as the weaker roll at the beginning, and then you get your evolve, which is what the game is telling me to do right now. I might go for it right here. They're quite close actually. We'll get a little bit of distance over here. It does lead them to that Armadon, which isn't the greatest. That's a buff. So you get albinos that spawn in the map that provide different buffs. That's a defense buff, and they're going to get that now. So this game just became very hard. At the moment we have the scent range buff, which is why I can smell them from all the way over there. So we're going to this cave. I'll just do it here. So when you've eaten enough wildlife, you can evolve as a monster. Hence the title of the game. This is your power spike. So we're going up to stage 2 now. This is where the game becomes a level playing field. So it's a 50-50 now. You're not the weaker role, but you're not the strongest at this point of the game. So we shall feed up again to get some armour. Armour is represented by the blue blocks at the top of the screen that are filling up as I'm feeding. How much blocks a creature is going to provide when you're eating it is by how many, you know, that little blue ring. The maximum is 4, which is the big creatures. They can provide up to 4 for you. Okay, this area is just devoid of life. There's a corpse over here we can eat. We'll get into our first fight here. So we're now fully armoured. So the way this works is hunters can go down 2 times. It's the same as Left 4 Dead, so the 3rd time they will actually just die outright, there's no in-cap. I am focusing Maggie here, it's going to be quite fast paced this commentary by the way, just so you know. because the game is very fast-paced. Hyde actually tanked that rock there, which wasn't ideal because it was scheduled to meet Maggie's face. Gonna have to use my charge here to down her. She has harpooned me. There we go. Bit of a flick. So Maggie's been down now. She'll have a little white block next to her name, which represents a strike. So that lowers maximum health. And sorry, I'm trying to focus on getting this Kyra down because she's got the defense buff as I mentioned. So yeah, we're gonna get out of there actually because I'm losing health. So when you lose armor and you take red bar damage, that damage is permanent. You don't actually heal that back. The only way you actually heal in any sense is by evolving, and you only get 2 of those a game. So you basically, for an experienced monster, I use evolves as like heal ups, health packs, whatever you want to describe it as, to gain, you know, health back. It's not that you gain health back, it's more that your health increases as a whole. So it's like a percentage sort of thing, where your health just gets bigger, so it's basically healing. I'm talking a lot of shit here. I just want to explain everything and just talk about the game because I love it to bits. So we're going to go and get into another engage here, because I'm full health again. We've only got 1 strike, which isn't ideal. Did manage to get Maggie because she didn't expect the rock coming around the corner there. But you know, the basis of my arguments, if you have come from DVD as well, it's going to be on screen for you right now when I say about how bland DVD is in comparison to this game. It's not that DVD itself as a game is bland, but compared to this, I'd take this any day of the week, quite honestly. The problem with a game like this though is that you can't you can't do licenses really for it, other than any sort of giant creatures, of which there's only like, what, Godzilla? I mean, I'm not, you know, clued in too much on that sort of stuff, but there you go, so she's dead now, because there's two strikes. I will actually stay, because I want to get another strike if I can. I'll go for buckets. Yellow hunters are support hunters, green hunters are trappers, blues are medic, and red are assault. It went to the side, it probably would have hit him that actually. Probably can't hear it because I'm, you know, doing commentary and everything, but all the hunters have really distinct personalities as well, and it really adds to the atmosphere. They're not two-dimensional characters in the slightest. Everybody's got their own distinct standalone personality. Like, this guy is my favourite assault because he's a Mancunian Brit, which is what I am. We very rarely get represented properly from Manchester. So this guy is a very nice breath of fresh air. I need to get out because I'm taking a lot of damage. Stood in this toxic cloud. So now we will grab stage 3. So this, boys and girls, is a fucking breath of fresh air. So when you reach stage 3, you are definitively the power roll. You basically become the endgame boss for 4 other people in this game. This is like, you know, end of the story. The fucking AAA game reaches its climax shit, you know. You are the game for 4 other people now. It is very well balanced and very well made, as you will see in a moment. We have a lot of health, but even with that, if hunters do work together, I've done it in other videos as well, they do almost kill you in quite a lot of instances. So it's still appropriately balanced as far as I'm concerned, if there's still the risk of dying. Again, you know, I hate to go back to it every time. We're not running in circles, we're not dropping pallets in front of each other with 0 gameplay, you know, just dropping objects and fucking running off, that sort of shit. It's, you know, there is a complex level of skill required in every character in this game. for it to be, that's me fucking grabbing the mouse again, for it to, you know, be impactful. We actually got that, that's hilarious. So that was a blind rock. We are going to go for Maggie here immediately. Trappers don't usually have a lot of, that's me scuffing that, defense. They are supposed to be defended by the medic, but she was out-positioned, so we do get the kill on Maggie there. But even so, I mean, just look at how fucking beautifully animated everything is and how genuinely good looking it is. Can't really do the Hunter quotes any justice when I'm doing commentary because I have to have the game turned down, but you can sort of see the subtitles anyway. Yeah. Another thing I want to try and show off if I can, he's gone invisible at the minute. If you down hunters with your basic attack, there is a unique animation for every hunter. Yeah, I did the jump attack there. Well, there's a unique animation for each monster where they actually grab them and slam them into the floor. It's all attention to detail. But, ladies and gents, you can sort of see why in this day and age of shite gaming, they wouldn't want this game to live, because they'd have to put fucking effort into it. That's always been one of my arguments as to why this game's been removed from existence. There you go. That's Goliath's one. We'll get back up here. But just like the sense of power you have as a monster as well. We actually get that because he was pinned by the wildlife. Again, wildlife contributes to the game as well. If you get out of position with them, they can actually pin you, and you need one of your teammates to save them. To save you. I've been grabbed by Maggie's harpoon there. Like, this is also bots as well, by the way, so, you know, it still feels like it could be a live game. I'll try and get some of these animations in here for you as well, just to show you. All the monsters have sort of directional animations based on the way they're facing. There is an animation, I would like him to jump up if I can. Jump up the side. Get up there. Please cooperate with me. I just want to show this off. And how beautiful the directional animation system is in this game. Get a grab on him. Hit the tree. Oh shit. I'm actually fucking throwing here. I need to get out because the assault's back up again. It's just so nice to look at and it feels great to fucking play. For those of you who was around, you know, when we was playing like the multiplayer and all that, I mean, you saw how good games were then. And some of them were like really close and everything. Like, it was a genuinely good game. And they just fucking deleted it because it didn't instantly make money by their shit fucking decisions when it was reviving. Like, this game was legitimately, like, realistically on its way to being revived. There was 2,500 players on the game that would, you know, you can't get this on Steam. And there was 2,500 people playing it in August last year. It's fucking stupid, mate. They waited like 3 months to actually do anything about it. That's why it died. It's just fucking dumb, mate, honestly. It actually landed that, that's nice. But yeah, you know, as well, you know, I have me moments because, you know, if you all think I'm a shit killer in Dead by Daylight, it's because my skills don't transfer properly. This game I'm very muchly in my element, so you'll get good videos out of this when I make them. As I say, I've been playing this game since it was released in 2015. I don't want to sound like I'm bragging because I'm genuinely not trying to, but I have like extensively mastered every monster in this game. So whenever I am playing as them, you will get like the top level kind of play as them. Which I do want to provide for people because I do know that some people do find it interesting for that. Yeah. Again, I'm not comparing myself to other people who do play this game or, you know, other monster players. I'm not saying I'm the best monster and all that bollocks. I don't give a shit. I'm just saying I will be able to provide that level of gameplay for you, because you're looking at a player that's got several thousand hours in the game as Monster. I love this guy so much. I'm trying to get his voice lines on the. There you go, he died. Yeah, he's a fucking treat. His Hyde. One of me countrymen. She's gone the other way there, hasn't she? I can't see her. Oh, that's a fucking good, a well placed. That's not great. Well placed harpoon, I should say. She's got a small health back. She's used the map mutator. It's probably going to be GG actually. Shit, it isn't. Right, so what this is, I'll just explain this to you. This is bots, by the way. I'll just preface this. The support bot gets access to a cloak. So what he's done is he's ran off and he's buying time for the rest of his team. I'm not going to pick the sloth buff up here because we are winning. Sloth buff is damage. We don't really need it in this instance. We've managed to snowball quite hard at the beginning of this. Can I get some of the idle animations off? I just want to showcase everything about this game because it's fucking beautiful and it's been left to die. There you go. These animations exist in a game where you never fucking stand still, right? I just want people to see that, you know. You can hear him breathing as well because he's at low health. Like, you can hear him. Because he's been shot to shit and things. There's all these little details that go into the game that make it a good experience, and a lot of this shit is fucking sidetracked these days because games nowadays are just a case of, right, what can we do, what can we design to make a good trailer out of, and then fucking abandon 3 months later. I mean, the lines and the atmosphere and the world, and I'll tell you something, the fucking story. He just accepted death then. The story in this game was fucking phenomenal, honestly. It was centered around tragic storytelling. There was no happy ending for anybody involved. Like, the world was literally dying, but it was down to human ignorance, where basically what it is there's technology in the game called Petition tech, and where the monsters come from, the monsters are from like a separate dimension, but whenever the technology is used, it's like setting off a nuke in their world, and somewhere along down the line they were able to actually break through into the human universe, and obviously they're here to express their displeasure of being nuked for human resources, basically. But it actually ends in like a way where one of the hunters, called Carla, she turns herself into a monster for the sake of research, and it goes to shit basically, and it basically ends up in everybody dying apart from Hyde, the assault that's in this game, and Daisy, the dog. So it's, you know, to see that shit be played out in the actual game would have been amazing. I mean, look, this is a bot. You're not fucking stupid, are you? You're not moving out of there because, you know, I did intentionally do that. I wanted to try and land it on the wall so it didn't. The medic's out positioned again here, which is why they're all dying very quickly. We are sort of nearly dead though. I need to be careful here. My armor's about to run out. But look, all the backhand animations and things like that, because he's in a tight space and that sort of things. It's all really well made. Hunters express panic as well when they're last alive. You've got robots that say, you know, they weren't programmed for this and they were scared. It's fucking S-tier game. 18 minutes I've just spent fucking talking about it out of passion. One big story of what could have been, boys and girls, that's what this is. what could have been if it wasn't in the hands of a wanky fucking publisher that was more concerned about instantly gaining money from it rather than investing in the project and actually seeing it grow. Because I'm telling you now, if they handled it better rather than throwing a bunch of fucking keys in a Discord server that was public and got scalped, then there would have been a very serious chance of this game's revival. And in terms, just for the fucking paper chasers who might watch this one day, I mean, they might not, but at the same time, you know, I'm still recording their game after they've tried to delete it, so they might actually come across this. If you actually put some effort into the revival and spend some money to make money, you might have actually had quite a fruitful project on your hands here, rather than just deleting it for the sake of not getting instantly reimbursed for sending keys out. It comes out a different way, but it means the same thing every time I go on about this and I have this rant. It's just utter fucking corporate stupidity. It just is. Like, there's no other way to explain it, honestly. But yes, we're not going to end it on a sour note. We kind of did, because, you know, my blood pressure's rising again because my game's been completely fucking ruined, and not given the chance it was supposed to get and should have got with, again. I mean, I will just sit here just 2 seconds here and I just want to list off the things that we had, right, in terms of a revival. If you are new to this, if it is your first video, just please listen to me here, right? So this game, we'll start with, it had a 2,500 player spike last August of last year, right? This is a game that isn't in the Steam store. It's not, you can't buy this game, right? There was 2.5k players playing it. The fucking voice actor for Crow, one of the trappers in this game, he returned, which is expressing interest. He returned to voice a tournament, so big respect for him, right? He returned to it for a tournament, 2.5k players, voice actor returns. We had 16,000 plus people on a petition to, you know, say that they wanted it relisting on the Steam store. We had 16,500 people say that, right? There was a couple of other things. My fucking mind's gone blank. This isn't great, but because I'm genuinely trying to push my point across as hard as I fucking can here. There were other things, and my mind's gone blank here now because I'm trying to fucking remember. Official VA returned, 2.5k players. We had a 16,000 player petition that went through. We had a Discord that had 52,000 people playing it. I get comments regularly on my Evolve content asking, you know, how do I play this game? How do I buy this game? Is how it's typically worded. There was still a consistent and dedicated community to the game until the very end. There wasn't that many people in game, which is obviously what they look at, but there was still people who were playing this game right until the end. And if you're going to turn around to your community and just say that, oh, we're not going to work on the game, then nobody's going to stick around and play. If you said, we're going to work on the game's issues, you know, we're going to roll out the balance, we're going to start getting, you know, the game moving again, we're going to start introducing balance patches, doesn't matter how long it takes, you know, about a month, 2 months, I don't give a fuck. If I was promised balance patches for this game as a player, I would stick around, because I knew there would be a feature coming. I knew there would be features coming, so I would actually stick around. I'm not a public speaker, so you'll have to bear with me here with me tripping on my words. I'm still not. But dicking around during, well, post-peak, I should say, because they didn't fucking start actually paying attention to the game until it was on the decline anyway, because nobody had anything to look forward to. That's what you need in a live service game. That's why people still play Dead by Daylight, because they know consistently that there is chapters and content coming. There wasn't that with this. It was just a case of somebody's fucking around in the back end with, you know, changes to perks and disabling and re-engaging perks and all that sort of shit. You get what I'm going on about. That's not going to bring new players, because nobody has a roadmap, or nobody has any sort of inkling that there's new content coming from this game, so they're not going to be sticking around for it. Nobody's going to stick around for an empty shell. It's not because the game's bad, it's because there's nothing to look forward to. There's no future as far as the player's concerned. But with Dead by Daylight, you've got that, because you know there's going to be chapters coming, so people are going to stick around and play that game. I mean, I don't work in corporate gaming, I don't work in publishing, but I have the basic fucking cognitive ability to understand this. It baffles me and fucking angers me at the same time how fucking stupid they were with it. But there it is. About 7 or 8 minutes again after the game, when I said I'm just going to take 2 seconds here just to explain this to you, but it's something I need to explain and get out there as much as possible, and it will occur on other videos in the future as well with this game, because there's a lot of people who are out there who still want to play this game and who can't actually play this game now because it's been removed from the Steam store, and the only way you can get it is by buying keys from dodgy websites and things like that, and on average people probably aren't going to do that. So the only source that people really have for this game is by me and other people on Twitch who still stream it. There are a handful of us who still play it. Some of the bigger names in the community. Not to say that I'm a bigger name in the community, but you get the idea. You know, I was one of the main multiplayer gamers of this. You know, the game when we was in the evergreens, I will say, before I trip over my words again, when we was actually having good multiplayer content. I mean, there were some of you here who were there for that. We were enjoying ourselves, but now it's been robbed of us because it didn't make enough money or wasn't viable, you know. Again, 2,500 players on a game that isn't viable, but what do I know? Wouldn't say possible potential for a revival at all for me, but, you know, there it is. I'll shut up now anyway, because, you know, 20 minutes after. I don't know if anybody's even still here. I'm just talking to myself. Right, I will love you and leave you. I will do some more Evolve commentary, because, you know, I love the game to bits. And I know there's a couple of you on the channel who follow me for this, and you yourselves love it to bits. So we will continue. We shall endure, despite what fucking 2K wants us to stop, you know. So there it is. Hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.